Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It is white to move here. I assume white to move and win. Trying to figure out what is the point of this puzzle. Why can't I not just go after all the pawns, like knight d5, and always pause your video, try to figure out yourself. But knight d5, king e6, knight e3, king e5, knight f1, king f4. So that's the idea there. Interesting. So knight e5, king d6. Hold on, knight d5, king d6, knight f4, knight f6, followed by knight h5. So if knight d5, he must go king e6, then knight f4, king f5, then knight h5, king g4. Now we have all kinds of options. Bishop d1 check, for example. And then he has the move king h4. But we've made some progress there. Knight g5, knight g7. Don't we get to go knight f5? And let me just demonstrate that variation real quick. So I just want to take the g pawn, right? If king here, I figured knight f6. Oh, he can use the knight now. No, he can't. Like here, knight h5. Or knight e4 even, with check. And if king e5, knight h5, it looks like we win this pawn, we win this, and then we win the game. So, if this looked like a better try, because now, if king f5, knight h5, king g4. Also possible is knight e2, by the way. King g4, bishop here. But knight h5 looked good because after king g4, bishop here, king h4, knight g7. Then he has to go king to g5 is the only move. And it's not super obvious how we break through here. So it's some kind of answer like this, and we just have to find the way to make things happen. What about knight e8? Is knight e8 just the answer? It's like a roundabout way of getting places. But here's the thing. We want to go to g7. G7 is the key square for some reason that I'm having... Oh, because... Okay, look at this. So this variation, right? We need to get to h5. His key square is he has to get to f5. But if we go to g7, he can't go to f5. If we're knights here, we just go knight h5. So I think the key is knight e8. And now after king e6, knight g7, and knight h5 is coming. I don't think there's a defense. So I'm going to enter that as my move. Yeah, that's the right answer. Correct. Interesting. So it's a weird study. It's not like craziness, but it's just maneuvering to the correct way. Knight e8 is a hard move to find because g7 is kind of a funny square. But that is the answer. And cool. Yeah, because otherwise, like I showed, the king was kind of gonna get to defend the pawns. The key and the puzzle says to win, white should attack the g3 pawn before the black king manages to protect it. The only way to do so is knight e8 to g7 to h5 because we need to keep control of the f5 and h5 squares at the same time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.